Everybody, sorry for the late stream Marino, but we are now live. Welcome to House of Racing. You've just got myself today, no Helix. So I'll say hello. So welcome. Not a minute. Oh shit. There we go. Right. Yes. Right. Just fixing everything up. Bosh. Right, so Joshy Boy on his lap here in Zandvoort. So far provisional pole is Hazy, and then Jingle Boy P2. Naismith has just gone up to P3, knocking Joshy Boy down to P4. Jordan has taken provisional pole now, while whopping 1 minute 10.993 lap time. That's fantastic by the Brit, beating Hazy's time, who's on his out lap now and about to do his lap, try and see if he can snatch pole away from Jordan. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm out of qualifying already, so I don't know what's happened there, but it's a terrific crash or something like that. As I think Hazy's in the middle doing his lap, we'll go on board with P2 here, see if he can try and get up to P1. I think that's going to be a stellar time to beat there from Jordan. He's got the fastest first sector, a little bit up on his time, that's good. Needs to get this long right hander correct, no mistake, which he absolutely does. Going to be doing the second sector Hazy. 3/10 up at the moment. That is putting him near the pole sitting time. Just need to keep the banking nice and clean now. Round the banking, down on the straights, and Hazy will do a 1 minute 10.844, smashes Jordan's pole time as Joshy Boy gets himself up back to third, and Jacob Boy is down to fourth, Shadow up to fifth, and Naismith down to sixth. That's a good lap for the Alpine. Zinc not having a very good good quality so far. The one Alpine is, one Alpine isn't. So with the Aston Martin P14, P2, and one's P5 and P13. Luke now swap positions there, with both thingies 8 up as shown. So the house looking like he can get himself back onto a good lap into the top 10. Where will he put his car? He will do a 1 minute 12.5. It's 9 up, but it's only good enough for P12. And I know 4 down, so not good at all. Let's go Goya. Yeah, we've got a Goya fan here. Goya, yeah, who is up to P5. That is brilliant from the AlphaTauri. One of his better sessions I've seen him do. On board with Jono. Car number 98. Representing Alfa Romeo. Round heading into sector 3 now, nearly. That's what he does in the second sector. 2/10 up. That's fantastic from Jono. That will definitely put him into the top 6 ahead of Shadow and Nay, and maybe Goya as well. It's all considerably really close between the tops, between 7th and 5th. Wow, didn't notice that till now. As Jono will put in a 1 minute 11 4. Oh, that's put him up to P5. Nearly up to P4. As he dies, it's like 7300s off Josh. Chimp on his lap. McLaren. See what he can do. Heading into the banking. Sticks into third gear. A little bit on the throttle. Decently well. Great exit. Needs to follow into these next 4 corners well if he wants to get a decent sector one time and he's invalidated. Not good. I think he finished his lap anyway to put him up to P6. So it's yeah, Goya's dropped down to P7, P8 and P9. Still arguing really close. Naismith slowing down there, must have messed up somewhere in that corner. There's the Ferrari of Kensington not far behind. He's up on his time. Just about, I think. A Ferrari engine sounding loud and powerful. 2/10 up on his time. Looking good here from Kensington. Just to get the banking right, which I think he does. Gets a decent exit. Down on the straight, a bit close to the grass. It's fine, as he's going to slap a 1 minute 11, well 1 minute 12. It's good enough for a P10 spot. Red Bull's not doing good with Matty and Shocker sitting P12 and 17. It's definitely not good for, and that's Jordan. Wow, what a stonking lap there for 1 minute 10.7. Fantastic. 4 minute 50 to go, 30 to go. Jordan puts in a stellar lap with the 1 minute 10.7. He's like, if anything Hazy could do, I can do better. Putting that Mercedes on pole. Zanzor. Can Hazy reply? He probably is trying to find lap. And there's Nano. I think he's giving Nano a toe with this lap, maybe as well as. So both are on out laps. Shadow heading into the box. This is nice round the banking area now. How much ERS to go with? I think he's going to settle with boxing, put a new set of tyres and go again with 3 minute 40 to go. Doesn't hesitate to slow down. He needs to hurry up. But that's Matty on board with him and he hits into the barrier. Ooh, not good for the Red Bull. Not good indeed. I think that's his qualifying done, as he looks like he's going to qualify P17. Nano, 3/10 up on his time, brilliant from the Aston Martin, or 5/10, so never mind about that. Alright, where's the Aston Martin duo? We're going to put their cars. Is one going to be pole? Can one maybe find his way into the top 10? Possibly. I don't know if it's possible for Nano, but I think he can slightly do if he can get set to bang on right. 9/10 up. As he does so, if he can go up to a second, he'll be near enough where he wants to be. He needs to get the banking bang on right. And I think he does, as he's going to go for a 1 minute 12.5. Fantastic, but it's not good enough to get himself into that near top 10 region. It's only going off a 14th. Which isn't good at all. Timu on his out lap now. You can find most people heading out for their out laps. The Mercedes duo going for theirs now. I think there's Naismith coming out the pit lane for one Merc, and then the other Merc of Jordan is coming out to see if he can stop Hazy going for a pole position, as Hazy has invalidated his lap, so he's just going to conserve his tyres and his fuel, as he's only got to have 1 lap to do, another 1 lap to go now, as we've got 1 minute 50 to go. Zenga Boy has done his lap and it's only good enough for 3rd, so I think that's his quali done. And you got Joshy Boy here, he's on his out lap near, heading for the line. Jono as well, Chimp. And here comes Goya, slightly up on his time, gonna get a bit of a slipstream from the Williams. as that's going to push him up to P6. It's only good enough for P6 at the moment. That separates a good gap for the McLaren team, who are top of the leaderboard this week. They need a good weekend, McLaren, if they want to gain more of a gap on Mercedes. So they're all going to be starting their laps very soon. Their final laps as well as. Oh, he spins it. That's not what he needed. That is not what he needed. He's still got some time left. 1 minute 50. I hope he doesn't have any damage. That's not what he needed right there. Not a chance. And I don't know where everyone's going to be setting up their laps now. I think that team's going to be in the box. It is. So that's Hazy's fight for pole done. Jordan right behind going good. Thank goodness for that. As now he thinks his pole time is pretty much secured. As Joshy Boy's got one thing to fight for, and that's going to be looking like P2 with Jenga Boy, but he's going to find 4 tenths somewhere in this lap to be anywhere near Jenga Boy. So, pardon me, Jesus. So, where's Joshy Boy going to put his car? Where's Naismith going to put his car? As he needs to get a move along to put a fight against that McLaren team. As Joshy Boy is only good enough for P4. And I think that's his lap done. It is. And Jono, 2 tenths up. That's good for him. And that's Chimp on himself up to P4, P5. Then for the McLarens, where's the Alfa Romeo of Jono going to find his lap? Can he separate him? That's Naismith, only good enough for P6. And Jono goes even better than the McLarens. That is P4 for him. Shadow 4 tenths down. That's not good enough whatsoever. That's him. His quali done. Zinc. Can he find himself into 10th? Not much separating him. I'm looking at his ZRS. It looks like he can't do any more than he can do. What can Luke do? Can he find his way into the top 10? Or past Nano? Only a bit separating. He can find his way up to 12th though. So he does get past Nano. What can Timu do? Nothing he can't do. Matty Coop, 5 tenths up. Needs to... he can carry on this lap, but it's not going to be good enough. Nowhere near the time he needs it to be. And it's going to be 1 minute 13. Or 6. It's only going for 17th. So that is quali done for you then. Wow, what a fantastic little quali we had there. That's why I joined back to for the last 10 minutes. Ooh, so your grid then for today is Jordan sitting on pole position with Hazy joining alongside him on the front row, then Jenga Boy and Jono settling the second row of the Alfa Romeo, putting a great lap to putting themselves above the McLaren duo of Chimp and Joshy Boy, who set himself 5th and 6th. And then you got Naismith and Goya lining up that 4th row, looking good. Not good for the Mercedes, as he needs to be alongside his teammate for this battle with the McLarens. Shadow and Kensington put himself P9 and 10. Zinc and Luke P11, 12. Shocker K1 13th, 14th. Nano and Timu 15th and 16th. Matty and Turant 17th and 18th. And then Omar and Goyant at 19th and 20th. So, very good quality then, I suppose. Oh, Duffy, I meant. Guriont. Yeah. Oh well, shame. Ha! Yeah, set up, that is the final grid for quality. That is a very close time between them two. If Charles, if Hazy did spin, could have seen interesting, very interesting battle for pole position. But, oh well. So as we just wait for people to set up their put their setups, finalise their fuel load, and just get their grid slots ready underway, and then we're gonna formation lap where we could get racing in Zandvoort, a very sunny Zandvoort to my knowledge. I don't know if there's any wet weather or not, so I'm not obliged to that piece of technology apparently. So only the drivers are, and only the drivers will know. So as we see Jordan get ourselves underway for this formation lap, talk about the grid. About the grid itself. So Jordan, Cialdini, Hazy, he's been on the front row a couple of times this season, as I've seen, but hasn't seen himself finish that many races. Belgium and Spa, you saw himself get near the front row, but not that close, to say the least. Didn't disappoint turn one, but had a decent race start apart from there, and couldn't see himself finish the race. So did Jordan. He had himself started on the front row, fighting Josh all the way to lap 11 or 12, and then he found himself in the back of a barrier in Eau Rouge. And you got Jacob Boy, poor strategy, led him down from Spa to go from P1, drop it down to the latter positions of the grid. So, but he finds himself P3 today, and I think he can get the strategy right, he can find himself back on the podium fighting for P4 or P3 in the championship. And you got Jono, great quality from him. P4, I think he's going to have a fantastic race if he can keep it clean, nice and solid. He'll definitely could find himself on the podium if some muck-ups come from the front row runners and Josh. But you got Chimp and Joshy Boy, the McLaren duo, need a good result against those Mercs, who, to keep their extend on the championship lead, I think they will do excellently well. Joshy Boy had a bit of a mess up with Omar last time, which cost him the win in Spa. And Chimp managed to keep it nice and safe, kept a decent strategy, and kept himself on the podium. So they did secure points still. It wasn't, so they extended at least I think 80 points towards the Mercedes. Then you got Naismith, who didn't race in Spa, but racing today in Zandvoort, needs to help Jordan as best he can to get Mercedes back where they need to be. Goya, P8, again, one of the best qualities I've seen him do in a long time, to be honest, and I think he's going to have an excellent, I think he can find himself a good race if he can keep himself out of trouble. Shadow, P9, gets it to P10. They need a good strategy to get themselves out of these P9 and P10s and then avoid turn 1, don't get into trouble. And then you got the Zinc. I think we're going to get our 5 red lights though. Not enough time to talk about another driver. So 5 red lights and away we go. Who's got the better start? Is it Jordan or Hazy? It's going to be Hazy heading through turn 1. Josh on the outside, big contact made. And there goes Chimp around the outside. Still no contact made. Contact made by Jordan though, and that's going to allow Chimp to get through. Not the start Jordan would want. And there goes Shadow up to P5 already. Could find himself up to P4. What a start by Shadow from P9 up to P4. That's an excellent start on from the Alpine. Not the start Jordan would want. Hazy leads by a comfortable near enough a second gap separating him and the Williams. Wow, what a start there from Hazy, and what an even better start by Shadow, who's made himself massively advantage there to P4. And then Joshy Boy all over Jordan. This is not what he needs for this championship fight. So not for as well for the constructors, as McLaren are extending their lead even more, as Joshy Boy's found himself in a Mercedes sandwich as Naismith brakes far too late. That could allow that Haas to get all over him, as Goya just find himself all the way to P18. I don't know what's happened to him there. Must have been a turn 1 incident, as Omar could get himself past Nano. He starts on the stop, Omar. Interesting to see if a tyre compound. As I see, as Omar goes on the inside, close to the wall to get himself past the Aston Martin of Nano. Gets himself up to P12. Shocker battling with Luke. Needs to keep it clean through this entire banking. Thinking about a round the outside move. Maybe a switch to back in the inside, and he does. Can he keep the move done? No. And I think he is, and he does get the move done. That's brilliant by Shocker. Pacingly timed up to P9 on the soft tyre compound. I think he's going to do about 8 laps on those softs, and then he's going to box, hope for an early safety car. Indeed, he does. as now Josh needs to hunt down Hazy. 6 tenths separates them. 1.2 seconds separates Chimp and Shadow. Shadow could find himself on the podium if he could get himself long further enough. Zinc has left the session there. And Matty Copper's also left the session. He's boxed for hard tyres. Shadow 8 tenths back now, not as close as he was before. But Jacob Boyd is close to Hazy, who has managed to keep his ERS advantage massively to a good 50% advantage. As Jacob Boyd is using all his ERS as he's got to give himself a little push against Hazy. Hopefully he can put Hazy into a pressured mistake. Guys, Joshua Boy getting overtaken by Naismith, so the Mercedes got himself into a P5, P6. Jordan, I didn't realise starting on this hard, that probably would have cost him on that horrible start. But he needs to get him worked up to get him going again, and I think he is. So, that is a great start though from Shadow. I've got to talk about it. He got himself from, what, P9 up to P4 in like 3 corners. It's absolutely excellent. And there's Duffy dropping to P19 with a contact or maybe a spin, as Turiant is going to be all over K1 for this lap. As the Haas tries to fight the Alfa Romeo, but he's a bit too far back to try anything. Could think about a move. No, not here. I think it's a bit too risky. As we go back to that midfield battle there between the Mercedes, Alpine and McLaren's, as DRS is now available this lap. I want to see where the DRS advantage comes into play against for Shadow against Chimp. I think it's a bit too far back. Think of a move down into turn 1, but it does get him a bit more closer and a bit more further away from this man Jordan. So he's used 17% of his ERS already. So Shadow could think of a move down the inside. A bit of contact made on Chimp. That is not good for McLaren, and that is unlucky for Chimp, as Shadow's broke a bit too late and hit into him. That's not good for Shadow whatsoever, because he needed to be a bit patient there and hopefully let the DRS drag him along to keep him fighting Jordan. And that's going to allow Jordan to get past Shadow. Brilliant move down the inside. Could Naismith follow up on that from his teammates? And I think he isn't just yet. That's going to allow Joshy Boy to get through to put him up to P5, as he's now chasing Jordan for a battle. And there's Naismith battling still. And here comes Joshy Boy on the Alpine on Shadow down the inside, gets the move done, as now he's chasing down Jordan for P3. This is an excellent fight so far in Zandvoort. As Jacob Boy now hunts down Hazy. He's still too far back to do anything, nearly a second separating them two, but he's still within DRS range to drag him along, keep himself there. Bit of a lock up there from Jordan, I believe. It was a very, very poor exit from him. He allowed Joshua Boy to get a good run into the banking compared to Jordan. But Jordan still goes a bit of a top view of it. Naismith needs to get past Shadow as quickly as he can to be in the fight with his teammate and Joshua Boy. He's a bit laggy there for me, so definitely think, yeah, he's a bit laggy there for me, but oh well. Obviously, Keselton's made his way up from P10 to P7. Decent start from him, I suppose. Other than Ferrari Omar in the starting last of the grid, spotted himself up to P10 on those set of softs. Can they last him forever? I do not know, as he's battling the McLaren, I suppose, for P9. He's just right behind him. Could think of a move after the banking. I think so. I think he's close enough to do it. As that vacuum cleaner of a Ferrari engine chooses to hunt down the McLaren. Is he going to be close enough, as Chimp is chasing down Shocker? And Shocker is chasing now. That's Naismith getting the move done on Shadow, who's dropped down to P6 from P3. He's going to have to now find a 1.5 seconds to the McLaren of Joshua Boy. Shocker could think of a move on Kensington. 2 tenths behind. Not that much he can do, really. Shocker still finding a good run with those soft tyres against that medium tyre. That's Jono leaving the session. Where's Jono? He's P20. I think he's had a bit of a spin. Yeah, so fourth is not good. He's being lapped at the moment. As Joshua Boy still hunts down. Drinker Boy still hunts down Chardino Hazy. So he needs to do something here, Hazy. He needs to keep himself a gap distance, but it's good enough at the moment to keep him safe at least. He needs to not make a single mistake if he wants to win today's race. As our Duffy leaving the session as well as. So that's Omar, 1/10 behind. Could have a freeway battle. Omar getting a beautiful exit out of the banking. He couldn't find himself enough ERS to challenge Chimp for that position as Kensington gets past Shadow and finds himself up to P6. Shadow now in the long run not very good at the moment as he's losing positions more time goes on. As Chimp's three times he gets a beautiful run from the banking, rolls behind Shadow. Shocker needs to break Shocker, put him in the pressure to make a mistake. As you can see, he's flashing his lights. He's out of ERS. What can he do? I don't think he's that close now. Oh, good exit. Shocker chooses to go for a bit of a curb tactic there. As Shadow, as you see further ahead, all over Kensington. That's a great run on Chimp. We can get the move done on Shocker. Down the inside he could go. Needs to be careful there. As Shocker does a light braking, which keeps ahead of Chimp for now until we hit the DRS. Oh, Shocker pushes him slightly nearly into the grass. And is that Naismith? Oh, never mind. I thought, yeah, lost it there. But no, he didn't. That's just me lagging. As Chimp is finding himself further behind, he could find himself in the grasp of Omar instead of battling Shocker. He had to break. Oh, bit of contact there he made by Shocker on Shadow. Give him a little bump out the way there. It's made him lose the position as the Shadow gives him a little love tap back. I think those soft tyres are going to be doing a bit of wearing out now. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were at the start of the lap. Chimp down, he does definitely need to get past Shadow, who did take, well, Shadow now dropped out from P3 to P8. Effectively, that's effectively from the contact earlier, ruined Chimp's race really, and Chimp gets a beautiful inside move done on Shadow. Shadow's just losing places more and more as this goes on. I don't know what's really happening to him, or what's happening. He may have damage, I do not know, but it's costing him heavily here. He doesn't seem as quick as he was before. Joshua Boy is slowly catching up to 3-second penalty for Timu, as Joshua Boy is slowly catching Jordan as he's nearly to that 1 second gap, and he is. Now Kensington on to Naismith. 3 attempts is the gap, 4 attempts now. Right, 3 attempts into the banking. But stop, and Ice Shocker spinning near turn 1 into turn. Oh no, that's not good for Shocker. He needs to get himself on the move along. I think that's the soft tyres doing him in there. I think that's good for Omar because Chimp now is not going to have any DRS to help him get him along. Omar still hoping for a safety car to get him off these soft tyres, put him onto a set of hards. Kensington all over Naismith. He needs to get a bit closer though, just to get the DRS advantage after the banking. So, whew, very, very interesting 9 laps. He starts off Zanzor, I suppose. That's Jenga Boy, you can see on the silver board. We're going to go aboard with him here on the straight. Still chasing after Hazy. Josh is, but I don't think he's close enough to do anything with the DRS or ERS advantage to do anything. And there's yellow flags. That's Joshua Boy DNFing after the banking. I don't know what's happened there between it. That's going to be a safety car. That's good timing for Omar, indeed. As he now is going to take the opportunity to box. So does Shadow. Shadow's got the best out of it all. He's going to go onto the hard tyres. Is it going to be a change of the front wing? No, it's not. So no front wing damage as I thought as much he did have. But it's onto the set hard. So is Shocker off those mediums. Timu off those mediums. Everyone coming in now for their pit stop. I don't know what's happened there to Joshy Boy. Contact maybe with Jordan, or it could just been a spin because it looked like a hefty bit of contact there. hitting the barrier a bit violently there, so it's not that good for him. Oh my lord, that's an interesting 10 laps. K1 getting a 5-second penalty in the pit lane. Oh, that's 5-second penalty for Hazy in the pit lane. Oh no, that is not good for him whatsoever. That's going to kill him. That's going to ruin his race slightly. That's going to say, Jenga Boy, thank you very much. I will now take this provisional lead. As the front runners, Chip, Naismith and Jordan, considerably haven't boxed. I understand with Jordan as he's still on the hards, and the hards are still arguably quite young. Naismith and Chimp though still haven't boxed off the medium tyres. Now I'm confused because now they're going to be stuck by the safety car, and if they box now, because their tyres, they're going to be considerably quite finished compared to those other tyres, and they're going to be near the back of the grid. That's not arguably the best strategy they can hope for. Usually it's so with zinc. Gosh. Arguably weird strategy to see from one Mercedes, and yeah, I think Hazy's got the pace to clear this 5-second penalty though, so without a doubt. So wow, so it's interesting for 10 and 11 laps so far. Quite a few more laps to go, as this is a very long race, 36 laps. So I say strap yourself in. As the safety car may take its while. I don't know if the cars to line up. I'll go on to the lead of that for a while. Ooh. Naismith and Chimp still don't opt to box for the hard tyres. They think it's too early. They probably think it's too early to go for this hards. I don't understand why they haven't really boxed Chimp and Naismith, because what if Naismith's box, he arguably avoids the double stack. Without a doubt, he doesn't really lose any positions that much. When you go to Chimp, again, he doesn't have to double stack or anything. He doesn't really lose that many positions, and he's on the fresher set of tyres. And you look at the people who still have the box with Jordan, Luke and Zink, and you know what I mean, and obviously Charles Hazy having a 5-second penalty. We're doing a lot of good to go on those hard tires. Oh, I don't know. I'm not the one sorting out their strategies, but you know, hey ho. With to say the least, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see if their strategy pays off. Maybe they think there's going to be another safety car. As we get ourselves started, then Jordan pulls away from his teammate Naismith, who's still on those medium tyres. They're not going to be looking as good as he's going to defend off Chimp positively for his teammate there, as Hazy needs to get himself closer if he's going to want to pull away from that 5-second penalty. As Luke giving Hazy a bit of a nudge there, and it's going to allow Jenga Boy to get through the inside of one car. Can he probably fight Hazy to the next corner? No, he doesn't, but he gets the move done. And it's Omar making his way past Zink up into P9. Gonna be possibly fighting Shadow for this P8 position. On that one set younger, so hard as well. Down the inside, Shadow thinks on the other Ferrari. As Omar thinks, I'm just going to watch this, I'm going to be patient. And we get ready for moves like this. Maybe not yet, just a bit too far back. Think of an inevitable move. As I think it's fair, at least those old mediums are doing wonders on these against the new hard tyres. Oh, pardon me, jeez. Burping a lot today. As Jones is pulling away even more from one Merc, and the McLaren's pulling away from the Aston Martin and trying to gain on the other Mercedes. As Omar keeps 2 tenths still away from Shadow, and is Kensington going really wide on the banking. Shadow's going to have to go for the move and then into the back out of it to avoid contact from anyone. There's Timu thing of a move on Zink, he can't get the move done. Torrent gets the move done on Nano. Goya right behind Nano now. He's got a great run into this corner on Nano. Can he think of a move on the inside? I don't think he can for the time being. Avatar is just going to have to be patient, without a doubt. Right. Let's see, Goya's number 1 fan, HDBW. Come on, Goya. Oh, I think I'm celebrating for Goya too a bit here. As Goya is all over him on Nano. He's going to have to defend from K1. Oh, Jesus, what's happening here? That's a mess. Oh, there's Nano beat. Oh, there's Goya being took out there by K1. Oh, no. That's disappointing. That is very disappointing there. That's such a shame. It's such a shame. Anywho, we get back with the racing action in the midfield. Shadow still trying to face on Kensington. Luke dropping back from Josh, and Hazy's catched up now with the rest of the pack here with the McLaren and the Mercedes. 15 laps those hard tyres to carry Jordan to. I think you'd be boxing about lap 20, maybe 22 to get those medium tyres towards the end. I don't know with these medium tyre boys, their pit stop range is about now. So the Mercedes and the McLaren. So you see the hard tyres blitzering quick towards those medium tyres. So I don't know when them guys are going to box ahead. Kensington going to look for a move on Luke, maybe. Thinks about move around the outside. Too far back to think about to do anything now. You get a good exit, which he does do. Can he get a move done on the banking? No, can't. It's again too far back to do anything. Now Omar seems to ways to drop himself back to P13 from P9. I don't know what's happened to him there. Must have been a little spin, a little instant maybe. He's going to have to find himself back into it to do anything. As that's Timu losing it into the barrier. Keeps his wall at least minimal damage at best. It's a good save at least to keep his car out of the, to keep it not damaged, I suppose. So he's done a good job there, but it's not a good job he spun, and now it's him destroying the meter board. So, he's still picking himself a 5-second penalty. I know he's in AI, so that's not going to make a difference. So, as Chimp, Danny Smith finally sees himself box. That's going to drop the team, drop a bunch of positions down. He's going to see himself P9, P10, P11, P12, P13, P14, P15. That is not good for the Mercedes team whatsoever. I did say if he's going to need a box, he needs a box in that safety car. But luckily, he can find himself at least, what, 7 seconds from the nearest car, 6 seconds from Matikov. He's still fighting from P... what? These cars. There's Chimp going wide. I think that's the hard tyre kicking it, the medium tyre kicking in. The grit is not there for Chimp. No longer 70 laps on those mediums. It doesn't seem like it's doing him the world of good. As that's Jordan, that's Josh, still heading on to let's see if he can find time to Chimp and Hazy. I don't know if they'll be able to do it really. He'll be able to find himself time too. Hazy, but there's still a 5-second gap to do it. So I think Josh will gladly just stay behind and keep it, play it safe, to be honest. As Jordan still waits to box, that is Chimp boxing now. He's going to find himself probably undercutted there by Naismith. As you see, Chimp's team gets that medium tyre off, put the hard tyres on. Is Naismith going to see himself got an undercut to Chimp? No, the overcut has just worked for Chimp, but maybe they're going to be close coming out the pit lane here, maybe. That hard tyre is going to be slow to warm up, and it's going to be cold as hell. Well, not as hell, more like Antarctica, as Naismith's tyres are going to be nice and optimal at race speed to find himself battling Chimp and be close to him. Alright, as Hazy seems like he's cleared 5-second gap to 4, so it seems like he's now third. I think he'll be provisional second at a moment of time if he can find a 5-second gap to Jenga Boy, but if he's going to find that, he's going to hope for a Josh spin. So need to find something. Need to find something quick. As we see, Jordan now the championship leader. Box for the medium tyres. He's now going to be on the quickest tyre. As we see, in and out of the pit box, but he's got some fighting to do as he's going to find himself down to P10. Not even P10. Could find himself in what? P11 here? Yeah, find himself P11. As he's got some fighting to do now, as those medium tyres are going to be cold, but not as cold as they want. He's going to find a bit of the AI there. He's finding himself in P12. He's got some fighting to do to get himself back into this lead, as Mercedes and McLaren scoring zilch points, but Aston Martin for Messiah, Ferrari and Williams scoring very good points here. At the moment, Shadow's finding himself back into P4, so fighting for P3, fighting for that P3 as well. So he's still got a podium to prove here. Luke not that far behind, but he's going to have to box one way or another. So I'll promote Shocker up to P6, to P5. I'll promote it to do. Omar needs to find himself to gain speed on Torrent here. Luke's not in the DRS gap, and we're going to see him box as Luke pits himself up a 3-second penalty. With multiple warnings. I don't see him going off track or anything, so I think he should be able to get a remove. As we see him coming to the pit lane now, get these hard tyres off, medium tyres on, hassling a good pit stop, and they do. That's a decent pit stop by Luke, but it's going to drop him further back than he'd like it to be, as he finds himself P15. Here he's going to be fighting Goya on this out lap of his. As Goya is right in sync. He separates him though. I think he's on the soft tyres. As Jordan getting past one car, he gets past K1. Vital for him to do, absolute vital. As he now finds himself to battle Nano here for P8. Is he going to be able to get out in time? Can he get past? Down the inside maybe. Oh, as he makes Nano to make a mistake. That's what the champ does for you. Championship leader forces a mistake from Nano. He makes himself go up to P8. The chase on Omar is now on. 5.4 seconds to go for him to do it. As we see, Jenga Boy losing more time to Hazy. Is now capped to 2 seconds. He's losing time more and more as this race goes on. But I think he's not too much bothered about that, as he does know Hazy has a 5-second penalty. That 5 seconds could be vital for Hazy if he can pull away enough with the laps to go. Our Shadow faces now to Kensington. And it's now 6 o'clock. Just Shadow still chasing after that Ferrari powered car of that Ferrari. Well, no shit, Ryan. If that's a Ferrari powered car, obviously it's going to be a fucking Ferrari. Either way, my nonsense is done. 7 tenths behind of the Alpine. Flying by here. DRS wide open. It's too far back to do anything though. It's Chimp getting past K1 now. Chimp now trying to do anything he can. Chimp's going to be a bit of a roadblock, a bit of a side. Yeah, roadblock for Naismith. As he thinks, oh come on, get out of the way. I'm chasing after the McLaren for God's sake. As he tried to do the same thing as his teammate did, a full suppression mistake. As K1 slightly pushes Naismith off track there. He's going to move down the inside, no. K1, oh, late braking to give Jim a bit of a scare there as he's chasing down Nano. Wow, that's close. I saw Luke getting past Goya. So Goya will be battling him. Chimp 3 tenths from Nano. Could make Chimp make a mistake maybe. Could make Nano do a mistake. Like Jordan did. Thank you for those tuning in for today's race. So as I say, very much appreciated. See, DRS wide open down this straight then. Here comes Chimp against Nano as he gets to move on the inside way. As we see Naismith battling K1A for P11 as Nami's going to be battling Nano for P10. Try and do something here as Omar's battling Torrent for P7. The battle for 5th it is on, to be honest, between Torrent, Shocker and Omar. Jordan 4.1 seconds behind. The battle like this is going to catch up tremendously as Naismith getting past Nano to now hunt Chimp down yet again. Shadow still chasing after Kensington for the battle for 3rd. This has been one of the highlights of the race so far. These two still battling out for P3 for that final podium position. I think both of them will absolutely love that for Shadow and Kensington. As Josh dropping back even more to 2.4 seconds. Not good as it needs to be. 2.5 now. Can Hazy clear that 5-second gap? And he's got free air. No mistakes need to be made by him today if he wants to win today's race. Heck, get P2. Could be a 3-second gap now. 2 seconds to clear it. Near enough. Still 2.8 seconds. Dropping and dropping. Ooh, gonna have to take a breather here. That's Omar Torres still battling wheel to wheel out. Give it a minute. Right, and here's Omar still battling out with Torres. 4 tenths behind one. Battle for 5th. You can play battle for 3rd now again, still. And now all of them are joining along with Omar up to the other Ferrari. Wow, this is going to be a battle. And then here's coming, Jordan's going to join it pretty much soon as lap 26 maybe. So, he's got something to battle for. Naismith and Chimp battling, trying to do, try to get a battle out of them two. Maybe it's 5 tenths separating them. So, I'll take the foot results for 1 minute, lads. Still 1-0. Tottenham, if you're a Man City fan, lucky. 3 seconds of the gap now. Is that Nano getting past K1 now? K1 battling Nano. Bit of contact made. Spot for Nano and K1. Not good indeed. To car. Well, what car is it? Heading into turn 1. It's Timu. I thought it was Jenga Boy there for a minute, but it's not. It is Timu. But Jenga Boy, 3 seconds behind now. 2 second Hazy needs to. Bro, gotta bully my team like that. Sorry, mate. That's Hazy, still 3.1 seconds to go. He needs to clear 2 seconds, near enough. 1 and 8, 1 second and 8 tenths, I don't know. 1.8 seconds, there we go. 1.8 seconds to clear to Jacob Boy. 1.7 now. If he wants to, you know, be in a shot range of clearing that 5 second gap. As we say, still there's a battle there between 3rd to 8th. So this fifth battle has been absolutely bloody interesting to see. 4 tenths still. Shadow doesn't seem like he has the pace. He has the pace to be 3rd, but he has the P4, but it doesn't seem like he has the pace to keep in the gap with Kensington. And Shocker is right behind Shadow now, and it's not going to do the line for good. Shocker can battle, maybe Kensington to battle for that P3 position, and those hard tyres are dying ever more slowly. Now is Aston Martin of, I think, Nano, who's spun there. I think it is Nano, so not good for him whatsoever. I think that is Timu boxing for hard tyres as he gets lapped by everyone in the back again. Now that's Omar taking way too much curb there. That's not good indeed, as now he doesn't need to get he needs to defend like hell to Jordan. I don't think it's going to be possible. Got a comeback, absolutely indeed. That is his P12 fighting Luke for P11. Luke's got a 3 second penalty, so he currently is in P11. It's good for him as Jordan now fighting Omar for that P6, as he will be in that range to fight for that midfield again. As you see, Shocker right behind Shadow for P4. Is he going to be able to get a move done down the inside of Shadow? He's going to be close enough to think of a send. He doesn't do it. Thinks otherwise. Just tuning in, we're seeing a big battle here for P3 from P6 to P7. As Hazy's needed a whole second now just to keep a 5 second, to get that 5 second gap done and to win today's race. As Jordan now tries to get his way past Omar. Needs to get past Omar vitally. That's Timu getting a penalty. 3 seconds there. So Omar defends valiantly from Jordan. I'll see him could join back with the rest. It's going to give him the DRS he finally needs, really. see how we defend off Jordan. As we see, this has been it's absolute close between third and 7th. There's no real winner or loser here between these lots. As Chimp now could gain past Torians. Maybe we'll see if we get past them. All 5 tenths separating all 7, 12, 4, 5 cars there. If you count, yeah, it's 5 cars. Again, Shocker just too far back to do a move on Shadow. He's right there on him, but can't seem to get a move done on him. And that's yellow flags, and that's Omar spinning as well. Battle out Jordan to get past him as easy as you bloody want. That's now Jordan chasing after everyone else to see if he can get himself back on the podium. This has been one hell of a comeback race. That's 5-second penalty for Naismith there. That is not good for him whatsoever. That's his race pretty much over and done with. You think he could probably nick a fastest lap there? Possibly. Do himself good? Maybe. As Cialdino comes up to the lap car of Goya of Nano. He's give his teammate DRS, to be honest. Bloody brilliant strategy work from the Aston Martin team, I suppose. As that's going to help him get up to at least 4 seconds to Josh. He's losing more time ever so, as Jordan still tries to find his way past this midfielding pack for P3. He's going to find himself from P12 after boxing into a new set of medium tyres to battling P3, putting himself on the podium position. He's doing the world of good here in this championship battle, and it extends his championship lead as well as. So you get a good run on Shocker, who's been trying to get a move done on Shadow all this time. As I think Williams off. I think it's Timu again. So he's not having the best of the races, Timu. As we see, Shocker still all on the back of Shadow. He's been like this for a good 4 or 5 laps now. So is Shadow to Kensington. Been all over the black, and I think Shadow's going to be a bit closer, but I think he's in a state of 2 minds whether he's going to attack or defend, and I think his mind is going to be defend against Jordan, as he knows he's probably the quicker car and the quicker man here in Zandvoort. DRS straight line. Does he have the better setup though? That's the question. I don't think he does on this straight line purposes. Towards to Shocker, as he's a bit too far back to Shocker, and Shocker's a bit too far back on Shadow, and Shadow's a bit too far back on Kensington. Hazy just needs 6 more tenths now just to clear that, to get that 5-second gap to Jenga Boy, whose hard tyres look absolutely finished, if you can see on the rear right, and that's now a retiree in the pit lane. You see on that front right tyre, you can see the bit of grain on it now. Could mean a little bit of trouble towards those on the lap 21 tyres. As you can see, huge grain in there. They're going to be on at least 55% now, surely near puncture range in the next couple of laps. As we see Shadow trying to defend for his life, as he's slowing horrifically down to Kensington. And as I thought, Naismith on the set off sets the fastest lap there with a 1 minute 13.3. Nicking points there off of the teams. He doesn't get a point, but trying to nick him. Again, Shadow stays up to 2 minds to attack or defend. And I think again he's going to go in the mind of I think this time he's going to go in the mind of attack, as he thinks he's close enough to Shadow this time to get a move done. As he's 2-3 tenths back down the straight. Does he go for the move this time? And I think he does. He goes for it this time, but Shadow defends off well. Just closes the door just in time just to stop him for the overtake. Kensington gaining more of a gap. That's Jordan. Thinking he needs to get past Shocker if he needs to get this podium position. Right behind him, he can literally feel the gas coming off his car there in front of his face. Right to the diffuser. We're going to move down the inside. No, well defended. That is Shadow going onto the curb, costing him time there. Good time he cost him there. He's still in with DRS just about for this sector. Well, you're keeping with him just on the banking as well as. Can't afford to make another mistake there, Shadow. Not like that. As again, oh, Jordan makes contact with Shocker. Oh no, Jordan. Just too close, Jordan was. Made a contact with that diffuser on Shocker. That's not good. Shocker was all over Shadow as well as. Oh. As Jenga Boy is now finding himself gathering the pace to Hazy to 3.9 gap again from 4 seconds to a 4.4 gap. So finding some pace in Nat Williams. Towards Hazy's Aston Martin. It seems like it's considerably a bit slower now. Things taking a bit easy on those hard tyres. Maybe they're being close to puncture range. You see on that rear right tyre, they are draining badly. He needs to hope Josh makes a mistake though. He really does. As Jordan is right behind Shadow now. He's got 2 more cars to get past for a podium position. It needs somewhat of a lock-up from Jordan, somewhat of a mistake from Josh here, Hazy, if he wants to win this race with 2 laps to go. As Jordan right behind now, 4 attempts behind on Shadow. Needs a good run on Shadow down this straight. It looks like he's got considerably twice the speed. A bit of weaving from Shadow on the straight to cut off any slipstream. Needs to get a good run on the bank in Jordan Bus if he wants to arguably put himself in the best position heading into these corners now. You get a lovely little switchback on Shadow, which he is. Could he get a move done? Wheel to wheel through this entire sector. Oh, that's a beautiful bit of racing there. As Jordan's still ahead, still behind, he's just got himself ahead, gets the move done. Beautiful move by Jordan. He's up to P4. He's got one man to go now. And it's the Ferrari of Kensington. Still Kensington by Jordan last time in Australia. Pretty sure it was Kensington. For a potential win and the podium position. And will we see it today? I think so. For that podium position off in Zandvoort. Is heading to lap 35. So the penultimate lap here. As Hazy needs to find himself a whole second if he wants to be in range of a win. As he troubles in sector 2, sector 3. And I think that was a Haas, or someone close to a Haas, Atakuya, fighting for points as he's keeping in the gap of a 3 seconds. So he is looking to get a point here maybe in this race as they're heading into their penultimate lap now. As Jordan losing time to Kensington. 1 second nearly is the gap time. That's Timu again spinning and into the wall. Not good indeed. As Hazy could see himself getting to a DRS range maybe. Will help him definitely pull away on this last lap. He needs to find himself a whole second. And there goes Timu spinning. That's one car gone out of the way, I suppose. Oh, I don't think he's going to be in the DRS range to help him pull along. No, he isn't. But Josh is. That's going to help him a lot. A lot. As we see that right tyre absolute dead. Needs hanging on for dear life. Hoping no puncture comes along on either driver's way, to be honest. That's what I've got to hope for. 4.1 seconds is to go. 8 attempts separates Jordan, and Kensington is a bit too far back. I think Kensington might be able to hold on to this P3. P3 hold on very well. Omar only able to keep himself to P7. Chimp still fighting for P8. Hasn't really got himself going really this race. I think he should have boxed when the safety car come out, and he possibly could be fighting for a potential win. As Josh now, a couple of corners to go. As team are retiring. 4.4 seconds, still 4.3 seconds. Hazy could get this job done. Could probably still get a win. I don't know. Can Hazy get himself cleared in time? Could have DRS down this main straight. Heading to the final banking. And Hazy could clear his way through. He needs Josh to make a mistake through this banking. Hopefully he does for Hazy. That's what he needs to happen. As Hazy will now come through the finishing line to take a little P1, but I think Josh holds on to a 5-second gap and take the Zandvoort win as Kensington comes round the banking now. A valiant effort, battling between these two. Their battle is not done yet. Who's going to take P3? I think Kensington is just about going to take it. Kensington is going to take P3. P4 is good enough for Jordan. Shadow gets P5. Omar does get Shocker. He's going to get P4, P6. Shocker P6, P7. I could allow Goya to get points, massive points, as Goya could find himself up into a P9 position. I don't think he's in a 3-second gap. Oh, I think, is he within it? Is he within it? Is he within it? Is he going to get P10? Goya gets points. Goya does get points. He gets Shocker just before he reaches the line. I think he ran out of fuel towards the end. That's unfortunate events. Wow, mate, I am out of breath. I'm absolutely out of breath. Whew, what a race. What a race. As Josh takes a win in Zandvoort. Hazy was close but no cigar. Takes P2 and finally running off the final podium position is Kensington in the Ferrari. Whew. Jacob celebrates like a man. Wow, he done himself do well to get into that P2 position. Decent start from him, and he does get P2. So your final positions then for the Dutch Grand Prix. As you see, Josh takes P1 from starting P3. Chaldino Hazy takes P2. He was P1, 5-second penalties done him in though, put him down to P2. Kensington in the Ferrari defends himself from the leading championship leader, Jordan, to get P3. Jordan, P4 after the safety car, a little bit done in him there with a pit stop strategy, but he still managed to climb his way up into a P4 spot. Shadow, after a great start from P9, gets himself to P5 as Owenboy gets himself from a near last position into a P6. Torrent in P7, Chip P8, and Luke P11. Now P9 as Goya that's having his best race yet to a P10 finish into points. Shocker into P11 after running out of fuel I think towards the end. Zinc P12, K1 13th, Art Duffy 14th, Matty, Naismith, Jono, Timu, Nano and Joshy Boy DNFing there and being lapped. And that rounds up your final positions. That's a fantastic race. The thoughts were brilliant. I think that it was absolutely a great race there to see and watch. As you can tell, I am out of breath. And I think we're out of time as well as, but it's been a fantastic race. Supposedly I will see you next week, hopefully, at let's see, where's the next race at? F1 calendar. The Netherlands, Mexico for round 8. I'll be looking forward to joining you there. I'll probably be joined back by my commentator partner Helix. So yeah, fantastic race, and I think that extends. With Joshy Boy DNFing, I think that extends the championship lead of Jordan by P4 is like 10 something point. So there's a 40-point gap difference now between that and Josh, who's definitely going to gain more points in today's race with a race win. Definitely helps him out in the championship as well. Not much in it now between them two. More fights to go in the constructors. We see McLaren still gaining a bit more on Mercedes as Mercedes actually gaining more on McLaren. So been fantastic. I'll see you guys in Mexico. Thank you for tuning in for today, and see you guys later. By the way, highlights of the race. If you want to watch the race back, it will be posted on YouTube by Josh sooner or later today or later tomorrow. So see you guys later. Good night.